What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy D back with another post-game recap as the Lakers take care of business on the road. Man, we get our seventh win of the year. Take care of the Mavs. Extremely impressive, man. Almost an easy victory. Not really easy, but kind of easier than the past games we've had. 129 to 114, and they were on cruise control the whole game. Every time they made a run, the Lakers countered, but. Great job by LeBron today, stepping up in the absence of Anthony Davis, man. It's still unbelievable to think this man is 35 and still balling out. And, of course, my boy Kuz, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I keep telling you guys, given the opportunity, his talent will meet that opportunity. Matter of fact, we called it in pregame. We said I want him anywhere between 20 to 25 points. He exceeded that. He went to 26, so I'm happy. Got more than enough firepower. The important thing is that the Lakers showed up, and dropped 129 on the road versus Dallas without one of our main superstars. So that was great. Now the referees were giving every little ticky-tack foul. They let the game kind of go for a little bit, but then they start calling everything. And our centers got into foul trouble. Yes, I will be taking calls, by the way. You guys voted yes, so I will be taking calls today. Like about maybe the 12-minute mark, 15-minute mark, somewhere around there. But just want to get these thoughts off, guys, really quick. I thought the Lakers did an exceptional job of basically managing the minutes and going small when our centers got into foul trouble. The refs were atrocious again tonight, and both of our centers got into foul trouble with no AD. I was like, if they start attacking the rim, we're going to be in trouble. But all in all, I mean, great job by the Lakers of basically maintaining the lead. Our bench came in, gave us some valuable minutes. I thought Rondo was good tonight. Normally we trash him, but tonight, very solid from Rondo, very solid play. Caruso, doing his thing off the bench. JaVale and Dwight, they did their thing in limited minutes, even though they got into foul trouble. But all in all, I mean, I can't be mad. It's another win. Now we got 7 in a row. And I've noticed the Lakers, once they start hitting their stride, they're pretty hard to beat. So we keep getting on these streaks, and right now we're currently in one. We're kind of like in a zone where we're balling out. We're coming out, jumping on teams and trying to hold on to the lead early. Dudley was great. Dudley, I mean, he's been great all season, though. Every time he's called upon, he knocks down big shots. He plays solid defense, gets his hand in the passing lane. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was really, really good. And that's what he does. That's what a savvy vet is supposed to do, It doesn't bother me at all that he's getting minutes because, yes, he's not the most athletic guy or the funnest to watch, but he knocks down shots and plays his role, and he's a great vet for us. Great team win by the Lakers, man. 7 in a row. They play again tomorrow, guys. So I was not too happy that Frank Vogel again left LeBron out too long. I fear for LeBron's health, man. I think these minutes are kind of heavy. That's why they're potentially trying to make a trade to like spell some minutes for LeBron. But yeah, heavy minutes again tonight. And hopefully they find a way to cut those down because when we're up 19, I was like, they're going to rest LeBron. But every time they put him on the bench, teams start catching up, and then right away, Frank Vogel goes back to LeBron. But tomorrow we face the Thunder. That's a very tough team. They're coming off of a victory versus the Houston Rockets the other night in Russell Westbrook's return. I don't know if you guys saw that game. Very tough team to beat, man. And, Lakers are going to have to be locked in, especially because we're coming off of back-to-backs. But I see the comment section. You guys are saying keep Kuz. I mean, look, guys, it's not up to me. You guys know how I feel about Kuzma. But at the end of the day, I told you guys earlier in the season, we need Kuz to start because he's kind of like a spark plug type player. Once he gets going, he's a bucket. He's a walking, talking bucket. And people want him to play make, and they worry about his IQ. All we need him to do is to play like he played tonight. And he did a little bit of playmaking. You guys saw that little lob to Dwight Howard. But what we need him to do is just focus on the defensive end and get out in transition, knock down open shots, finish a little teardrops in the lane, stuff like that. The way he attacked was perfect. He was reading the defense. He didn't force too much. And that's what he has to do. And tonight, he's a perfect example. I mean, he's a bucket. And he takes a lot of pressure off of LeBron. I actually think inserting him into the starting lineup like they did tonight, even when AD comes back, I would bench either KCP or Danny Green. Why? Because not only do we get bigger, but we get more floor spacing. We get another weapon for LeBron and AD to stretch the court. It's just, to me, it's all the way good starting him. But again, I trust Frank Vogel. As long as he continues to give him consistent minutes, I'll be cool with that. But he needs consistent minutes. And personally, me, if I was coach, I'd start him. He's so much better as a starter. Sometimes he's good off the bench as well, but I prefer him as a starter. He's a spark plug. But great overall. What do you guys think of the game, though? Before I turn on the phone lines, I'm going to head over to the comment section, see what you guys are feeling, man. He said, I scratched my head when Coach Vogel went small ball. Well, he had to because we got into foul trouble, man. So there was no choice tonight. With no Anthony Davis, we were kind of thin. I would like to have seen Giannis, but again, this coach has shown that he doesn't really play rookies like that or young players like that. He said, go Lakers. He said, Laker Nation all day, every day, baby. Yeah, hey, they continue to roll, man. I'm so proud of the Lakers. These are victories that are not easy to come by, but we made it look easy tonight. He says, Small was cool tonight. Absolutely. It's situational. Like, I don't complain depending on the situation. If we have the option to go big and we're getting exposed in the paint and we're going small, then it's a problem. But, like, tonight, I mean, it had to be done. He said, Lakers look fantastic, and they played like champs. And there's the key right there. That's what I'm talking about. We continue to build good habits, holding on to leads. We didn't relinquish the lead. I don't think it ever went under 10, if I'm not mistaken, in the second half. So that's what we got to do. That's what champions do. They take care of, protect leads, and they play consistent offensive basketball. And tonight we did a great job on the road, nonetheless, minus our superstar and Anthony Davis. So, I mean, yeah, we led wire to wire, So that's awesome, man. Hey, what's up, Frank? How you doing, brother? Thank you so much. That's my cousin. Shout out to my cousin, Frank. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. He said, we beat them from start to finish on the road. Our chemistry is getting better. Absolutely. And that's the key, man. Consistency. We got to keep that same, beat of the drum. We got to continue to just put pressure on teams. Don't let up. Just because you built a 20-point lead, don't take your foot off the gas. You got to continue to floor that thing, man, and make sure that we closing out games. And LeBron did an exceptional job tonight, man, being our leader that he is. It's still sensational to me what he does at his age, at the age of 35, just killing it. Dad, would you trade Danny Green for Marcus Morris? Yes, I probably would, even though I like Danny Green, but Marcus Morris is having a crazy, crazy season. So, yes. He said, cheers, DTLF. Thanks for bringing the Lakers fans together. Oh, man, thank you so much, Kubo. I appreciate you, bro. He said, hey, Dan, did you see Luka rips his jersey? Yo, like he said, that was childish. He said, Lizzie says hi. Oh, how you doing, Lizzie? How you guys doing, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I miss you guys. He said, death lineup, Rondo, Caruso, KCP, Green, Dudley, LOL. I mean, hey, it worked tonight, man. I wouldn't throw that type of lineup out there, but it worked tonight. So I'm happy with that. I'm extremely happy with that. Now, I will say this. I do want to see Kuzma in the starting lineup. The question would be, who would you guys bench? Danny Green or KCP? That's going to be the question to ask, and that's some food for thought, right? But, I mean, whatever coach decides, if he stays with the same starting lineup, then so be it. Avery Bradley was pretty solid as well. He's attacking the rim, hitting the mid-range jump shot, stretching the floor. I mean, he's exceptional as well. So, it is what it is. We have a lot of depth, and you got to be excited about that. As Laker fans, that's what we asked for tonight. We flex that depth that we have, from next man up type depth. So he said Doncic flops too much. Yeah, I thought that was kind of spoiled the way he ripped his shirt. He looked like kind of like a spoiled child. I was like, oh, that's not a good look, Doncic. And the flopping, you guys know how I feel about that. He said bench Green. See, Danny Green has been off all year, so I would not be opposed to that, right? Benching Danny Green would be a good idea for me. He's a vet. I think he can take it. I don't think his morale is going to hit. I don't think he's going to hang his head or nothing like that. He said, yep, Doncic fast becoming a flopper like Harden. I mean, but see, for players like him who aren't really tough, they kind of have to, I guess, transition that way and take advantage of the rules because the NBA kind of caters to that. So it's unfortunate that that's where the league is trending towards. No hate. Again, Luka Doncic is a great, exceptional young piece, man, and he's going to be great for years to come. I like his game. I don't really like his attitude like that, but hey, he takes after his coach. His coach was a crybaby. He got ejected. He takes after his coach. But all in all, he's going to be a great player. I'm not even hating on his talent. I'm just saying, it's unfortunate that the league is trending towards flopping and, they reward them for all this crazy stuff. I mean, sometimes Danny Green was just like this, and he still got called for foul. So, it's pretty upsetting to watch. But anyways, guys, I'm going to turn on the phone line right now. I'm sure some of you guys want to call in. So I'm going to give you guys the number, guys. You guys know. I think I'll be using the same number from now on. That way you guys could maybe store it in your phone and call in whenever, speed dial. But I got you guys, man. Area code 951 is going to be 281-8013. And let me just fix the ringtone because that's kind of annoying. We had the little ring coming on. But yeah, that's the number right there. If you guys want to call in, man, I'll answer your questions, whatever you guys want. So I'll be on standby for a little bit. So let's see who's calling in. How you doing, man? You're on live with DTLF. Talk to me, boss.
Yo, DTLF, huge fan, man.
How you doing, bro?
Man, that game, man. I would say this: the coaching staff got to do a better job of telling our centers to play smarter, man.
One thing, I'll tell you what, man. This whole season, Dwight Howard has been getting in foul trouble. JaVale McGee plays kind of limited minutes, so it's not really a problem with him. But I feel you. I mean, we've been getting, especially Dwight, he gets into a lot of foul trouble. A lot of these fouls can be avoided. But, I mean, all in all, I mean, I'm not even mad, bro. Like, the only thing I want the coaching staff to do is to cut Anthony Davis and LeBron's minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing is, I'm looking at the bigger picture. In the playoffs, they can't play like that. Those fouls are extremely crucial, man. Like, it gets magnified in the playoffs.
Right.
Everything gets magnified. Especially those goaltending that they do. Can't do that, man.
I agree.
To me, that's the weakest link to that team right now is the big guys stop fouling and play smarter. And if they do that, damn, this team could just single-handedly take down any team.
You think so, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the length and versatility, athleticism we have is second to none around the league. I mean, I've never seen this type of, defensive depth up front, as far as we don't lose much when we go to the bench. When you go to Dwight, you don't lose much. It's not much of a downgrade from, Dwight to JaVale other than the length, right? But I agree, man. What I'm saying is, I think in the playoffs, and I think this is a secret weapon for Frank Vogel, he's going to be sometimes going small ball with Anthony Davis at the 5. I could see that happening, especially like if they get sloppy like this with the hacking. I think that's something that could Frank Vogel can resort to. But thanks so much for the phone call, bro. I appreciate it. We're going to be cutting some of these calls short. Simply just because we want to get more people in here, man, and get all of you guys' opinion. I appreciate it, though. He says, they have to play smarter, the bigs. I mean, that's a given. Everybody has to play smarter. As far as Dwight Howard, I mean, he's one of those type centers that always gets into foul trouble and stuff like that, He's been like that throughout his career. I'm not sure if it's just bad habits or just being antsy. I mean, with JaVale, we need him to play a bit smarter. I agree with you on that. Let's see if we take another phone call, guys. Give me one second. If I miss your call, keep calling in, guys. The number is area code 951-281-8013. I'll try to take as many as I can, guys, since you guys voted for it. He said if LeBron got some damn calls, he'd have 40 points easy. Thanks for the donation, brother. I appreciate that. I will tell you this, man. LeBron got a couple calls tonight, which I was shocked because normally he doesn't get those. There was some ticky-tack fouls that obviously are not going to get called, but, all in all, like LeBron got pretty good calls today. I was satisfied with it. Obviously, their head coach wasn't happy. He wasn't too excited about that, but come on, man. I mean, we get so many calls against us. I think it's hilarious how teams cry when we actually get calls going for us. I was actually shocked we got some of these, to be honest with you. He said, we need to play THT and Costas to see what we got. You never know. Now, I think I do have a theory that at some point this season we're gonna see those guys play. I think though we have to have a good enough lead in the season to where I guess they're comfortable enough with, I want to say losing games, but where they don't have to play LeBron and Anthony Davis. That's when I think they'll call these guys up for sure, But we'll see what happens with that. I mean, you're right. Hey, how you doing, man? You're on live with DTLF? Sorry, guys. If the call drops, it's the app. I swear I'm trying to take your guys' calls. He said we're gonna play to the young guys in like March and April. Yeah, that's what I believe as well. I believe we'll be playing younger guys around March or April. How you doing, boss? You on live with DTLF, man? Talk to me, bro.
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing?
How you doing, man? Where you calling in from?
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw.
Man. All right.
That's what's up, brother. So talk to me, man. You got any questions for me? Hey, thank you, by the way, Frank. I appreciate that, bro. Talk to me, bro.
I was just kind of wondering what you thought Anthony Davis has to do in order to become good with LeBron James off the floor. Like, he does good with LeBron James on the floor, but the third one without LeBron leads with AD off. What do you think AD needs to do in order to get to that level?
You mean in order for their chemistry to keep evolving? Like, you mean as far as what? I'm sorry, can you rephrase that question?
Like, what do you think Anthony Davis needs to do in order to dominate with LeBron off the court?
I think he needs to demand the ball, bro. I think sometimes, Anthony Davis can, when you play with a great player, you can get caught watching sometimes. You know what I mean? It's something that a lot of Kobe's teammates used to do. They used to get caught watching. Anthony Davis is like the modern day equivalent to Shaquille O'Neal in a sense that obviously he's not as dominant in the paint, but the footwork, the skill set, he has the whole package, right? So he needs to demand the ball sometimes, man. I know sometimes it's mesmerizing to watch a player like LeBron, especially at his age, dunking, getting in the lane, just bullying everybody. But I think, man, AD, call for the ball some more,
I wish he would demand the ball. Yeah, I wish he'd demand the ball. He gets content kind of standing around at times watching, bro. I feel like.
But you know what? I think as they get more comfortable, I think as they get a lot more comfortable, bro, I think, Anthony Davis will actually start demanding the ball because right now they're kind of like in the honeymoon phase as far as they're happy. Nobody's complaining about touches or nothing like that, especially when you're winning. Winning cures everything. But I think as they get more comfortable with each other, you might see some shouting matches go on and stuff like that. But that's what they need to do. They have to kind of build their chemistry and find out where each other likes the ball on the court. I want to see more pick and rolls between AD and LeBron personally. What do you think of that?
Say that last part again.
I said I would like to see more pick and rolls between LeBron and AD because they're unstoppable when they play the pick and roll.
Yeah, I feel like there would be, especially if they did a high pick and roll.
Yeah,
I think it'd be nasty.
Exactly.
You got all the guards out there in the wings that can hit them, KCP knock them down. I kind of want to see more from Danny Green. I want to see Quinn Cook get a few more minutes. That's crazy. The 8 years just to kind of keep them in the rhythm, man.
And you know what? I don't think Quinn Cook has scratched the surface yet with what he can do for the Lakers. If he gets minutes, like you said, I think he can be good coming off of that high screen and roll and then, pulling up right there at the free throw line. We kind of saw a little glimpse of it tonight.
I think he did that all day.
Yeah, he can hit that. That's his shot. He could also stretch the floor for us. But you're right, man. I mean, and the thing is, we're only going to continue to get better. You can see the chemistry building, right? If you track them back to the start of the season, KCP was struggling. Guys were, trying to find out their role still on the team and everything. Look how far this guy has come now, right? KCP's balling, man. He's picking his spots. He's doing everything. Now, he did kind of get injured tonight. Hopefully he's fine. He came off the court a little bit gimpy. It's been bothering the leg. But hopefully he's good, man, because I really love what KCP's doing so far.
I'd like to see Alex Caruso play point guard, too. I feel like they should kind of unleash them. I feel like they're holding his potential back.
You think so? I mean, he plays.
I think so. I feel like that's the idea.
Right. He plays some combo guard at the top of the key, man. He does his thing. I like what AC brings to the game. He doesn't force anything, though. If you notice, he's not too aggressive. He's aggressive to the point where, like, when they need a bucket, he's going to come off screens and split doubles and stuff like that, get to the basket and finish. But you're right. I mean, maybe we could see him more at the ball handling duties. Unfortunately, when LeBron's on the court, he's the point guard by default, every single time. So,
right.
But I appreciate your call, man. Thank you so much from Crank Show, man. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah. I mean, this guy made a couple of good points. Look, guys, bottom line is this team has a ways to go. They're going to get better still. That's the scary part. That's why I kind of don't want to make too many trades because if it ain't, broke, don't fix it. We're building the chemistry, getting better as we go. It's another 7-game win streak. We took care of business at home. Now we're winning on the road. We play again another game tomorrow versus the OKC Thunder. That's another good test right there, man. So hopefully the Lakers could put it together. Now I'm going to take a little break from the phone calls. Head over to the comment section. Hey, Frank, thank you so much for the 20, brother. I appreciate you, man. My bad. I was on the calls. I couldn't acknowledge you, but thank you so much, man. By the way, shout out to my cousin. That's my cousin showing some love tonight, man. I haven't seen him in a minute. He said, Caruso looks good playing the point last season. Man, Alex Caruso, he has a lot of potential. He's only, 26, 27? But, a lot of players have to take a back seat in this type of team, including Kuzma, including Kuz. You're not seeing his full potential because he's taking the back seat to AD and LeBron. It's hard to catch a rhythm. You don't have the ball a lot in your hands. You're not coming off the screens looking to be aggressive. So these guys have to make those type of adjustments. Now, if Caruso was on a losing team like the Pelicans, he'd probably be showing out a little bit more. Same thing with Kuz, and that's why I don't want to trade him, right? But all in all, I'll say this, man. For what they're doing, buying into their role, and just taking care of the ball, being efficient. I really appreciate what Caruso has done this season. I mean, he's an under the radar player, but he's beloved by Laker fans because he's efficient and he plays the right way and he plays hard. He said because of the ball spot. Nah, man, not even. I mean, if anything, that adds more to the legend of Caruso. But I mean, I like him a lot. He's one of those fan favorites that you just can't hate. He's basically Robert Sacre with the skills. He said DTLF. I like Bradley and Cook coming off the high screens. Hashtag Lakers guards. Me too, man. That mid range is bread and butter for Avery Bradley, and he's been getting to the rim extremely efficiently and just finishing now that he looks healthier. So, hey, thank you so much, Brown. I appreciate you, bro. He said, Dan, do you think Caruso's making the All-Star team? I don't know. I leave that up to the fans if they want to keep voting him in. I wouldn't be mad if he doesn't make it, but it would be kind of funny and excited, to see him make it, even if as a reserve or whatever. I don't know if there's any rules that the NBA implements where they can block somebody who's not putting up All-Star numbers from making it there. I'm not sure how that exactly applies to the NBA, but I'll say it'll be intriguing to see how far this goes. Keep voting for him, though. Seriously, guys, we definitely have the platform. We have the best fans in the world. Let's prove to the world that, hey, we can get anybody to the All-Star game. Yeah, and by the way, today is double count vote day, so go ahead and get out there and vote, guys. I'll take a couple more phone calls, though, if you guys want to call in right now, guys. I take breaks just to get into the comment section a little bit. I don't want to exclude you guys as well. But the number is area code 951-281-8013. Go ahead and call in, guys. I'll take as many as I can before I get off here, man. But I appreciate you guys, man. Your participation in this channel is so crucial, man. All the phone calls tonight have been great, by the way, so shout out to you guys for that. He said Robert Sacre was super duper trash. Skill set wise, maybe, but his energy was great. Him, Ronny Turiaf, I mean, who could forget those guys? Their energy is infectious, and you need bench guys like that. They get everybody hyped up, and it's beautiful to watch. He said, what's up, Dan? Good win for the Lakers. Absolutely. Any win is a good win, especially a road win versus a team that, a lot of people see as an up-and-coming team. So it's not so much a statement win, but it kind of is because we didn't have Anthony Davis, right? Again, phone number is area code 951-281-8013. I missed a lot of you guys' calls, so if you guys want to try that again, I'll try to get you the second time around. He said, hey, Dan, what do you think about Kendrick Perkins and KD beef? I thought it was entertaining. KD's very sensitive, man. I kind of feel sorry for him sometimes. He's too sensitive. He shouldn't let nobody opinion impact him or affect him. He's a superstar, a champion. He has my respect as far as a player goes, but, man, he is very emotional, man. That's my opinion on that. Let's take another phone call here. How you doing, man? You're on live with DTLF. Talk to me, boss.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro? What's your name?
It's the art of war. I was going here. I was calling to your left.
Oh, okay. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Where you calling in from?
That night, 818.
Oh, okay. The 818. That's what's up, man. So, did you enjoy the game tonight? Talk to me, man. You got any questions?
Yeah. I don't know what's up with all these Fairweather fans, like they want to trade Kuz.
Yeah.
Those are like the LeBron fans mostly, like you mentioned, like previous fans.
Well, there's a lot of fickle fans in every fan base, bro. And these are the type of fans that I don't really like to associate myself with because one game, I mean, they're too emotional. One game they will say, we should keep Kuzma, and then the next game he'll have a bad game. They'll say trade him. He's a bum. He's trash. It's a 82 game season, right? And you can't expect every player to have a good game, especially a young player, But I think his value to the team is more than the credit he's given from this from the Fairweather fan base. All of us that have been watching.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said all of us that have been watching Kuzma throughout his career. We appreciate the hard work. That he puts in and all that good stuff. So we know what he is, man, But go ahead, brother. I cut you off.
He had a decent game, Yeah, I think he had a really good game. Like half the time he was like 8 for 16.
Right.
Like 50% field goal. And then I think as the game went along, he was like, took him shots, but
exactly.
He comes off better as a starter, I think he has more confidence as a starter than off the bench,
And you know what it is? It's not. I don't even think it's that. I think it's the combination that's on the bench. There's not a lot of playmakers, man. He needs somebody that could set him up early, and then once he gets going, he can do anything. He can take you off the dribble, finish with the right or the left. He has good footwork, so he gets in the paint. I just think like Rondo holds the ball a lot off the bench. Like he holds the ball.
Yeah.
You know?
He dropped it to it's like 3 or 4 seconds left, then he passes it out.
Right. And I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go finish up. Go ahead, brother.
I said he always dribbles off the clock, then there's like 3 or 4 seconds left, then he passes it to whoever, and they just shook up for like a bad shot.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. And thank you for the phone call, by the way. It's unfortunate that, Rondo over dribbles the ball sometimes. I see him coming down, in transition. And Kuzma's asking for the ball. Sometimes he has a lane, but I don't know if Rondo doesn't like him or he doesn't see him or he just wants to like try to score or he's assist hunting. I'm not sure. But his IQ is a lot higher. It's a lot higher than what he shows sometimes, But I just think it's funny because Kuzma played exceptionally well with a pass first point guard like with Lonzo Ball, right? A point guard like that is exceptional, man. I think somebody like that for Kyle Kuzma just to set him up and to get him going early, and then later on, Kuzma can kind of get his own buckets. But I'll take one more phone call before I, focus the rest of the video on the comment section, guys. If you guys want to call in right now, thank you guys so much for the call. He said, "Hey, what's up, Stanley? How you doing, bro?" He said, "Rondo and Kuzma together are awful." Yes, they are. And the thing is, like I said, Kuz needs somebody to set him up at times just to get him going. He's kind of like a spark plug, Once he gets going, he's set. How you doing? You're on live with Dan, man. Talk to me. Hello? All right, I guess Cat got his tongue. But yeah, all in all, look, guys, there's still room for improvement. This team's getting better. I'm super excited for the direction we're trending in right now. I mean, the Lakers, sky's the limit for them. And the thing is, if they make just a minor roster tweak, not like a major trade or nothing is necessary, in my opinion. I just think a little tweak, like Collison will be great. Obviously, we've been talking about Iguodala all season long. That would be sensational. Something like that, just a tweak. Without giving up Kuz, I'd be extremely happy with that. But let's see what Rob is made of, man. Honestly, I'm not even sure where his head is right now. I'm not sure what he's thinking. Rob keeps everything close to the chest. I have to give him credit for that. Nothing has really leaked out like that other than, the interest that teams are gagging up for Kuz. But again, I'll take one more phone call, guys. Area code 951-281-8013. And before I give you guys my final thoughts, because like I said, this team, room for improvement. They're going to get better. It's only a matter of time before they hit their peak. They haven't hit their peak yet, man. They've hit a couple strides, and then we see those lapses they have in the third quarters. Those are the only things that get me. Once we learn how to play 4 entire quarters, that's when the Lakers are really going to take off to another level, right? So, how you doing, bro? You're on live with Dan.
Hey, what's going on, Dan?
What's up, bro? Who am I talking to?
Yo, it's John Will.
John Will, where are you calling from, boss?
Out of Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Okay. Not too far. Talk to me, man. How you feeling about the game tonight?
No, I was going to say, I like the point that you just made about as far as Rondo, kind of not being able to facilitate the Kuz.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like, they don't really need to make too many changes as far as, just, I guess, revamp that starting line and get Kuz in there.
Right. If you can get some sort of
player, it should only be a buyout player. Definitely no trade.
I agree with you, man. And you know what? I think the solution might already be from within. And you mentioned it. If we can infuse some offensive punch there, because, the starting lineup sometimes could get stagnant, especially if they're not knocking down shots, right? So I think the solution is from within. Maybe a little tweak, maybe I'd say bench either KCP or Danny Green, start Kuz, and maybe give, Quinn Cook some more minutes off the bench, combo guard that can get his own shot and create. I don't know. It might be from within, but like you said, it would be great if we can add another player without subtracting, right?
Yeah, it seems like that's the lineup you would want to see too. I mean, if Rondo becomes more important in the playoffs, then that is what it is. But during this regular season stretch, I mean, yeah, Kuz should get the start, and then you let Rondo get some minutes unless we get Collison or something. But yeah, I think that lineup. Also, you said who should go to the bench. I think should be Green right now.
Yeah,
KCP been holding it down too long. So
right, I agree with you. But you know what? If I'm coach, I'm pretty sure that's hard decisions for him to make, right? Because you got veterans, champions like Danny Green. You know, these coaches are all about their pedigree, and they love, sticking by their player side. They feel like it's going to play off in the long haul, like just keeping Danny Green in the starting lineup. You know what I mean? So I think that could be partially like a reason why Frank Vogel sticks with his vets, at least from what I can gauge, from where I stand. But that's just my opinion, man. But thank you so much for the call, bro. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a good one.
You too, boss. Yeah, guys, and that's going to wrap it up for the call segment portion, man. I don't want to forget about the comment section over here, man. That's the reason why I cut it short. I'm thinking of having a segment where I do nothing but calls one day, but that's not yet. He said, Dan, did you see Kobe's comments? Lakers should consider resting LeBron and AD throughout the rest of the season. I mean, is that what Kobe said? No, I haven't seen Kobe's comments, man. I really haven't. But yeah, they should be resting those guys. I don't want these guys to be running to the ground like Mike D'Antoni did to Kobe. That's my biggest fear. Frank Vogel plays both LeBron and AD loads of minutes. Like tonight was another 30-plus minute game for LeBron. I think there should be a rule that Frank Vogel has in place where, where he says, you know what, we're up 15 points. Anytime we're up 15 points, I'll put the bench in. Now, if we go below 10, you bring back the starters. Now, I know how that sounds. That could be very iffy because, you don't want to let go of the whole lead, but you have to start building trust in your bench. You have to start showing them that you trust them enough to help you close games. And maybe that'll pay off down the stretch. Now, they might lose a couple of leads here and there, or scratch that. They will lose a couple of leads because they've done it already. But we have to build trust. If you're a head coach in this league, you have to build trust with your bench, because if you don't believe in them, they're not going to believe in themselves, right? They're already coming in with the expectation of losing the lead. Again, at least that's just my opinion, guys. I just feel like not only would that help LeBron and AD, but that'll help, the confidence of the bench. But that's a great question, by the way. He said, damn, the Clippers up by 6 versus the Warriors. I wanted them to lose. Oh, man, I don't even care about the Clippers, man. They're like the most overrated team that I've seen this year. Honestly, I'm more concerned about the Bucks. They're doing great for themselves this year. I think Philadelphia is going to come along. And there's other threats here in the West that we should really take serious. Like the West is starting to, come together, and you're kind of starting to see who's who, right? You're starting to see that the Houston Rockets are the same team they were last year. They're just a streaky team that you never know if they're going to show up or not, especially defensively. And you're starting to see that the Denver Nuggets, they're legit, but are they as dangerous as we all thought? Well, maybe, because, they're incorporating new young players like Michael Porter Jr. and guys like that if they become a part of their rotation and they can actually help, then they can be a even more dangerous team. Obviously, they have, Jokic, Millsap. They got all these squad players, man, they're killers. But, to me, the Clippers, just because they beat us twice, you don't win a championship in the regular season, man. And mind you, both of those times we had a lead, and both of those times Anthony Davis and LeBron didn't really show up like that in the fourth quarter. So scratch that. AD did show up in the last game. But they're very beatable, man. I see weaknesses all around. They barely beat a New York Knicks team that we smashed by 30. And I know that's not saying much, but I think they're very they could be had. It's not a team I fear, and especially in the paint. He said Vogel is not fooling himself like that. He said the Flippers get Kuz and he starts balling because they trust him. I don't want any of you crying about how we lose him. The same happened to Lou Will. Nah, man, the Clippers are not going to get Kuzma, man. The day that the Clippers get Kuzma is the day that I leave this planet Earth, man. They're not going to get Kuz. No way. That'll be like career suicide for Rob Pelinka. There's no way you're helping the rival. And Magic Johnson already did that with Zubats. There's no way we're going to help him with anything else. That's it. No handouts. They want LA their way. That's, bounce out in the second round. That's their way of LA, man. So he said, why would we trade Kuz to Clippers? Yeah, exactly. It's not going to happen. I mean, that would be worst case scenario. That would be a nightmare. I mean, that would mean Rob Pelinka was a rogue agent. He went rogue on us, right? He betrayed us. He said Lou Will can't play defense. Yeah, and the thing about Lou Will, to me, he's overrated because in the playoffs, he's not going to do the same thing. It's the same treatment that James Harden gets. He's not going to get the same calls, the same flops. He's not going to get to the free throw line as much. Playoffs are a lot tougher. They're made for players like Bron and AD, not for players like Lou Will and Doncic and James Harden, right? That's why they don't get very far. But all in all, like, look, the Clippers are what they are. You know, they're a decent team. I'll give them that. They're decent, you know, because they have hustle guys and stuff like that. But are they anything for me to fear? Nah, man. I'm more worried about the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm more worried about the Philadelphia 76ers, teams that have size, athleticism, shooting, just all-around versatility. And I hope that they don't add even more this trade deadline. Anyways, guys, those are my final thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you guys for all the phone calls, the donations. Shout out to my cuz for checking in, man. I appreciate you, bro. Love you. And thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button. Guys, Lakers win again, 7-game win streak. Let's keep it going. I'll see you guys right here tomorrow. Same thing, different time. Peace out, guys.